I haven't really done an intro for a while. Can't be arsed, but here we are. Hi, Jay.
That's the perfect intro, I think. I think you just mastered it there.
To be fair, not to be fair, that's kind of what I mean. I'm just start the end of it.
That's fine with me.
Hello, I'm introing for a rare treat. I haven't done one in ages, actually. Not sure why. Maybe there's a reason. I'm just lazy. But here I am, and we've just got Jay again with us, no Adam. He's doing things apparently. I'm not sure I believe him, DJ.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He says it's got uni work, but
uni work.
What even is that, man?
No one's got uni work. What are you on about?
He just hates us.
Then again, we have to feel he doesn't get graduation probably, so let's not be too mean.
This has been the perfect
So what we're going to
intro.
talk about today, Jay? Obviously, with the current climate, with the lockdown, we're going to stay topical. We're going to stay, shorter form. So we're going to talk about how we think Sean Dyche would do at a bigger club.
Because that's what everyone wants to know.
That's what everyone wants to know. It's what one person wants to know. Thank you, Elliot, for the suggestion of this topic.
Cheers, Elliot, mate, giving us content.
There's two ways we can do this. We can talk about this really separated from it, or we can just unidentified big club Sean Dyche, or I can talk about Sean Dyche at Tottenham and you can talk about Sean Dyche at Chelsea, and there might be overlaps, there may be differences. What would you rather do, Jay?
So I've got in my notes, I've got like a little sentence or two of how I think he'd do at every top six club, but we could probably go into more detail about our clubs because we know them better.
Yeah, I just think that maybe that we will be following a similar story here.
Yeah.
And obviously, if anyone is a Burnley fan now, we don't 100% know what we're talking about. So apologies if we offend Burnley's low blocks and
we're 100% just gonna go.
Use of Westwood,
It's just gonna be 100% based on stereotypes. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jay, how do you think Sean Dyche would do at Chelsea Football Club? It's day one. He's just come in. He's just going, all right, lads, how you doing? And you're like, okay, well, let's see where this goes.
Okay. Great. So I think if you're talking about Chelsea from let's just say 2015 up until about last year, I think Dyche would come in, say exactly what you just said he'd say. I don't think I can recreate his voice. He'd come in and absolutely flop it because do you think that Sean Dyche would come into the changing room, bowl in, start talking about fucking, like you said, the low block and the 4-4-2, and do you think Diego Costa would be pretty happy with that? Do you think he'd be fine with this man telling him? No,
absolutely. That's a really weird thing for you to say, because if there's one player from both of our clubs that I reckon will be like, yes, please, 4-4-2, fuckery football, Diego Costa.
To be fair, to be fair.
He's a giant Brazilian/Spanish Chris Wood. With more bitey and scariness about him.
Okay, maybe Diego Costa's a bad example, but I just...
Yeah, Morata may cry. Morata would be in tears.
That's the kind of... Morata would be in tears, Like, players like him, I think players like Willian, Hazard, none of them would have been happy with the... What we calling it? Dyche ball. Should we call it Dyche ball?
Yeah, Dyche ball.
So I think, if you're talking about Chelsea of the recent couple years, but I think if you talk about Chelsea right now, I think, with the amount of youth we've got, I think they're just going to listen to, the boss, the gaffer, and if Dyche come in with his Dyche ball, I keep going to keep saying Dyche ball, I think it would be quite interesting to see how these young talented players would start attacking this system, and I think it'd go a little bit better. That being said, our defence isn't that great.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like, you look at Michael Keane leaving Burnley and joining Everton, and his career slowly just trickling down since that moment. Like,
yeah,
that's what Sean Dyche does. So, for example, Tottenham's such a good example of this at the moment, because although it's very difficult to talk about this in context of Sean Dyche taking over Pochettino, because nobody would want that. Pochettino was such a synonymous Tottenham manager. But, Mourinho isn't, who knows how that goes. So let's say Dyche walks in.
Imagine you went from Poch Mourinho to Dyche. That'd be a fun evolution.
But the thing is, he walked in, and Tottenham have something like the second most chances conceded in the league at the moment. We're really not doing well on shots conceded. And Dyche comes in, and he looks at the defence. He probably sticks with, I would say, stick with Alderweireld and Sanchez. Maybe give Vertonghen a run in, but find the same problems that Mourinho's just found with Vertonghen. And he's got that. I mean, he would absolutely... He'd walk in and he'd be like, "Hey, right, so where's Trippier then?" And we're like, "Oh, we just sold Trippier." And he'd be like, "What?
The fuck do you mean?
Where's my boy?" He would be devastated. So once he got over that deeply emotional tragedy,
half a season of just fucking moaning about Trippier.
There'll be some players that will be doomed. I think I don't know, what would he do? Let's say he wants to do that manager thing. He might have to give it up eventually, but he wants to play that 4-4-2. Mm-hmm. He'd really struggle with Tottenham's midfield, which Tottenham are struggling with the midfield anyway, just because there's no real bastards in there. If Sissoko was fit, maybe, and he would be maybe Sissoko in Ndombele, in sort of a kind of pivot. But tell you who would thrive, Jay. Tell you who would absolutely thrive. He's already been at Tottenham for 7 years somehow. But this would guarantee him.
Is it
5,
Eric Dyer?
6, 7. No, it's Eric Lamela.
Lamela. He would actually.
Tenacious little bastard would live on the right wing. He would just live there.
He'd make it his own.
And Sean Dyche would just be like, kill them, kill him, kill him. It'd be fantastic.
Anyone on that right wing is dead.
It's just Lamela, just absolutely tearing into people. He can play a striker combination of Kane or Son and Kane and Moura. I would prefer to see Son, but then who should put on that other wing? But then again, Burnley don't really play natural. Well, I suppose Son would be like the Dwight McNeil, which is a weird thing to say.
There's a weird statement.
I think he'd get Danny Rose back. I think he'd get Ship Aurier out. I think he'd... Lloris does get beaten low down a little bit, so maybe he'd struggle, but I don't know. It would be interesting.
Gets Gazzaniga in.
I don't think anyone will be particularly happy with it, and maybe that's me, but I think people could cope with it. I don't think bad things would happen.
Yeah.
Until the transfer window came around.
Oh, ultimately, what we're asking is Sean Dyche a good manager? That's what we're asking, because we're asking.
Yeah, he can come in and he can shake out everything up and get everything set up, and this is how you fucking play. And for a top club, they might be a bit like, oh, no, it's not, mate. And then he'd sit you down and go, right, fuck off then. But
it fucking is.
it's the transfer, and I'm not saying Dyche has done badly in the transfer window. He's obviously bought and sold a lot of players in that Burnley squad. Mm-hmm. However, what's the most he's spent on the transfer? We should probably know that. It's probably
I couldn't even say.
Rodriguez was.
I couldn't even say.
He's tried it with a bit of creativity with Stephen Defoe. But how you give Dyche 30-40 million pounds to spend on a player? What does he do? Does he just get excited and buy Matic?
I've always wanted this man in my club.
He's just get overexcited now for 40 million for Matic. Now, no, Dyche is only worth 8 now. No. No, he's getting. Trust me. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. It's interesting. I think that could move. We can move on now to talk about the other top 6 clubs, because when I thought of Dyche at City, straight away you think that ain't gonna work. I think John Stones would drive Sean Dyche to suicide. You know
what you're saying? What it sounds like you're saying? Dyche for England manager. Every English player you bring it up. It's like, yeah, all right, get her into the England squad. 4-4-2. Dyche at the fucking Southgate.
I still think Dyche could literally spend 3 years with John Stones going, low blocks, don't let them get inside the box, play it safe, kick it long, get it into the wings, come on, safety first. And still, John Stones will pirouette 4 yards from outside his own box and somehow they'll latch onto it and slot it home. And Dyche will just be sat on the touchline going, no. Like, just go, John, we spoke about this.
God, this is just turning into Josh pretends to be Sean Dyche. But anyway, what I was saying, what I was saying was, with Dyche at City now, the players, they're trained to play attacking possession football. It's a completely different way. But imagine Sean Dyche with that kind of money. What is it?
I don't know if he. Yeah.
It's just it's mental to think. Like you said, I just love the idea of him getting absolutely excited with it and buying just the.
The main issue you've got with Sean Dyche is if you're Jay Rodriguez and you've bounced about, where was he? West Brom at one point. He was was he at Southampton? Or am I making that up?
Stoke maybe?
I think he was.
No, I don't know.
So you get about around. Sean Dyche's like, come on, let's come play my system, and you're a bit like, yeah. Cool. If you're a top club, if you're Chelsea, and Chelsea sit down and go, right, Griezmann's not happy at Barcelona. He's not getting enough game time, and he's got a few years left in him, and he might be a really good media signing, impact player. Let's bring Griezmann in for 3 years. And then he sits down with Dyche. He must be thinking, what the fuck? And that's no disrespect to Dyche, but I don't think you can ever get away from that.
No.
You're an exotic, exciting winger, and Sean's there like, right, if you don't track back, you're on the bench, and you're like,
it's just not going to work, is it?
So that's his main downfall, and that will always be his main downfall. What was I just about to say about what you've just said there is very interesting.
Go on.
Sean Dyche for England manager, and I may take that one further. I don't think Sean Dyche for England manager. I think Sean Dyche is a sub-England manager.
As a what, sorry?
A substitute England manager.
A substitute?
Now, before you say anything, let me weave you a tale.
It's the 70th minute.
The year is 2018.
Oh, don't do it.
Sean Dyche has just finished wiping a tear away from his eye as Kieran Trippier has curled one into the top corner. Harry Kane has just missed that chance that was offside anyway to make it 2-0. Gareth Southgate's looking at. He's inspired a nation, Gareth Southgate. He's done good. The boy's done good. But he knows that the pressure's coming. But thankfully, him and Dyche have been taking training sessions in turn. The board goes up. GS for SD.
But instead of coming off the bench, he just runs out the tunnel.
He runs out the tunnel. Gareth goes in. He's maybe not wearing the waistcoat. I'm not sure that would be the best look for him, but he's just got the England shirt on. And he runs out. And before you're watching this, and you're watching this exciting football, and then suddenly everything just goes boom, 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 4-4-2.
Yeah.
You're going, what? Obviously, we're playing 3 at the back, but suddenly Croatia are stumped. They're
shooting themselves.
They don't know what's going on. That ball that Mandzukic never comes in. Doesn't even make it past the 30-yard line.
Fucking just headed away from the midfield.
Just doesn't happen. We grind out a 1-0. And then we get swatted by France. But that's not the point. Maybe Sean Dyche should be England's defensive coach. Or maybe a top team's defensive coach.
Well, that's another question. If not Burnley, who would he be great at in the Prem or anywhere? Who would you think?
Any team struggling at the moment. Norwich, Villa. Bloody, I'd like getting in Newcastle.
Yeah.
We're not talking Burnley have this reputation, but let's not forget they just got a historic win at Old Trafford this season. They've shocked both of our teams a fair few times over the years. This isn't just grinding out boring football, and sometimes it is. Sometimes it is turgid to watch.
Feels like it when they're playing us.
If you're any team below Palace now, West Ham, kind of anywhere below 10th.
Yeah.
You look at a manager that's just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done well with limited resources.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe that's the key.
He got them to the Europa League not 2 seasons ago or something, didn't he?
I mean, yeah, but then again, I don't think he did because he didn't get them to the group stages. And I don't think he'd get your team to the group stages.
To be fair, they
no one
that.
goes, remember those glorious qualifying rounds?
Before the season started, we loved it.
I was there. I was at the qualifying rounds. Tell me more, Father.
Well, I think... Well, I think that was our beautiful poetic love letter to Sean Dyche.
Well, I think we've offended him slightly in places, especially me with the voice.
Yeah, definitely. I opted out of doing the voice.
Well, you just really gotta really just talk through this horrible bit in the back of your throat. It really tickles. But that's how he talks, Jay. He's a happy guy.
I think you should try do the outro with that voice.
And alright, thanks for watching, everyone. I've been Sean Dyche, and don't forget to tell your dads and tune in every week for podcasts, FIFA videos. We've got the works here at the back post. We've got the works.
Cheers, Sean. Appreciate that, man.
Cheers, Jay. Cheers. Top man.
Can't believe we got Dyche in, Josh. How great.
Oh, there you go.